Well, good afternoon, and once again welcome to Ed's Orchids. And today I want to just talk a little bit about this plant you see in front of you. This is a Paphiopedilum Harold Koopowitz, a cross between, it's a primary cross between Rothschildianum and Malipoense. Now I'd like to tell you where they come from and what conditions they like and what happens when you put them together, if you see what I mean. Right, we'll start off with the Malipoense. Yeah, that comes from the areas around the Chinese borders and into Vietnam. If Malipoenses are kept outdoors, they will form buds in the autumn, but in the winter they become dormant and they sort of leave the flowering over till the following spring. If kept indoors or in greenhouses, they find they will flower in the winter. They require a light that we could call not too bright and not too dark. So the light you get in the normal household should be ideal for these Paphiopedilum Malipoense. Temperatures, they can stand up to 85 degrees during the day and around 50 to 55 in the night time. Rothschildianums, on the other hand, you know, from Borneo on the slopes of Mount Kinabalu. They grow in a humus between limestone rocks and often very near flowing water. Rothschildianums require a much brighter light than Malipoense in order to flower. Now Malipoense likes it a little bit darker, Rothschildianum likes it lighter, so to flower these you put them in a medium light, which will be alright for the Malipoense, but not too good for the Rothschildianum in it. So the light flowering becomes much harder to achieve and takes quite a time to produce the blooms. They also like a 5-degree difference in temperature to the Malipoense, but they like warmer nights. Roths like humidity all the year round. Malipoense like high humidity in the summer months, and they like low humidity in the winter months. Rothschildianums grow in a well-drained medium, which goes very well with the Malipoense. Both plants should be almost dry before re-watering, and never allow the medium to become soggy, or else one thing leads to another and you will eventually kill the roots, because the roots are not getting any air. You can repot them at any time of year, and which they all appreciate. I don't think there's a lot more I can tell you about this plant, but I've had this sort of 3 years as a small plant, and it's now flowering. It's my first flowering, so I'm very pleased about that. I'll take the camera off the stand and we'll just run over the plant. There's just a couple of things I need to say. Well, this is from the back of the flower, and you can see there's another bud there ready to open when this one's finished, unless they both open at the same time, which would be very nice. Then we'll go down the stem of the plant to the leaves, and you can see these are a very, very nice colour, and the older leaves being quite pale and greeny yellow. That's quite natural. Because the Rothschildianums in their normal place where they live receive a lot of light, and their leaves sort of vary between light green and yellow. So I'm not too worried about these yellow leaves on this plant. Well, that's about all I can say about this plant. I'm very pleased with the bloom, and never bloomed one of these before, so that's another pleasing aspect of it. So thank you very much for watching, and I might say I've got one or two buds in bloom at the moment, and not buds in bloom, one or two flowers in bloom, so I'll show you them at a later date. So until then, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.